So, the controversy on Twitter today. Wade Plemons says, I've said this for a while. Soccer is one of the easiest sports to play. Now, that doesn't mean at the top of the sport it's easy at all. It's not. At world level, you are a 1% athlete. Not everyone can play it at that level. But I do agree it's one of the easiest sports to learn and play. Now, obviously, this is completely wrong. The only kernel of truth to this is the entry level to soccer is very, very low. But that's more based on the simplicity of the rules and the lack of tons of equipment. All you need is a ball, some open space, and something to mark goals and boundaries. That is significantly less than pretty much any other sport, especially compared to other American sports like basketball, football, or baseball, which need far more equipment and in most cases have more complex rules. However, it's definitely one of the harder sports to play. Being able to control the ball with your feet is substantially more difficult than being able to control the ball with your hands. If you don't believe me, try doing any of your normal daily tasks with your feet instead of your hands. Then we get into other things such as the athletic requirements. Soccer is a high intensity intermittent running sport, which means you have to run very, very fast, multi-directionally, over and over again over a 90-minute game. This is significantly more running and more high intensity running than pretty much any other sport on earth. Then the tactics in soccer are very, very complex and nuanced as well. Not to mention, it's not like American football, where you have set plays that you practice over and over again. The players themselves have to think and do it on their own. However, I do want to make one other point about the post that he's making. He's almost definitely trolling you. This is him saying that he's a great athlete because he hit a golf ball. Now, I understand there are a select amount of people out there who believe that golf is an extremely difficult, if not the most difficult sport in the world to play, but those people are what I call morons. And the overwhelming majority of people understand that golf is a sport that's played by even non athletes and like businessmen discussing business deals because it's a type of sport that doesn't require nearly the attention to details as other sports, including the American sports. Golf is just nowhere close. But he is trolling you and he's doing this to take the piss to get more engagement on his platform. And yes, I understand. I'm giving it to him as well. Also, England, can you please fucking stop with this whole Brexit tackle? We're so tough. No, it makes you look dumb. Even he sees through this nonsense. He's saying about the Brexit tackle, so much for a skillful sport. I've been hearing about diving at legs to injure someone. Doesn't sound technical to me. And he's right. The people who glorify the Brexit tackle are bad for the game. You're not making it look good, and you're allowing this troll to get the better of you because it's showing that a lot of you are getting pissed off about it. So he's successfully taking the piss. At the end of the day, here's the thing. Almost all sports are very, very difficult to get good at, and to master some sports take more skill and more time and attention than others. Soccer, I would rank at the very, very highest for reasons I've stated before. Controlling a ball with your hands is fundamentally easier than controlling it with your feet. More multi-directional running is harder than linear running. More high-intensity running is harder than steady-state consistent running. And fluid tactics, the type of tactics that you play in soccer, are much more complex than tactics that can be drawn out on a playbook, such as in American football, but also to a degree even in sports like basketball. At the end of the day, I am definitely biased. I think soccer is the hardest sport to master of any sport on earth. And it's also the sport that has the highest level of competition for players to make it to the highest level, which makes it harder than many other sports, which are not nearly as popular as soccer. So for me, soccer is probably the hardest sport to master of any, but it also has maybe the lowest entry level, which is part of the beauty of the game. Anyone at any level can play it. It's just that only 1% or even less than that ever come close to mastering it.